to this session on Nakshatras. For those who are new to our courses, my name is Sunil John. I represent Saptarishi's Astrology magazine, and I should be taking this course mainly for you, along with our friends Anna Atminiva, Yuvraj and Anuradha. I have already formed a separate group on Nakshatra research with some of our Russian friends. At the same time, in the Facebook forum that you guys are part of, I would encourage you all to take up further research and keep on producing articles in a systematic manner. So by the end of 6 months, we should ideally have around 20 researchers on Nakshatra articles. Today's lecture will be a very brief lecture of 1 hour maximum, where I would be touching only the very basic fundamentals of Nakshatras, and where today's presentation also I will be touching very little only. What I will set the theme, what are Nakshatras that you need to concentrate on. So it will be a base for the next few months. In India, whenever we start our studies, we start with prayer to Lord Ganpati. Okay. Now, can you all see my screen? Or does Anna, either of them, if they have the Russian presentation, can they share their screen so that I can use my screen for something else? Sorry, come again. I was wondering if Atminiva or Yuvraj can share the Russian presentation. They can share their screen so that I can use my English one.
I'm sharing.
Okay. All right. Make it full screen, please. Yeah. Animation. Fantastic. Okay. If I can request, if you're wearing shoes, to remove those shoes. Let us offer to Lord Ganpati. He is called also the Vigneshwara, one who removes the obstacles. He is the primary deity for astrology. If anybody has Ketu connected with the trine houses, that means Ketu in the Lagna, Ketu in the 5th house, Ketu in the 9th house, or associated with, or Ketu associated with the lords of the trine houses. If they pray to Lord Ganpati, many problems in their life go away. Or they can pray to Lord Ganpati for their advancement in astrology. So let us close our eyes and pray to Lord Ganpati. I'll recite the Sanskrit shloka first, then you all can, then I will recite the English meaning of it. Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarva Karyeshu Sarvada, which means, O Lord with a twisted trunk. The meaning of the shloka is, O Lord with a twisted trunk and a mighty body, one whose brilliance is equivalent to the brightness of 10 million suns, please always make all my endeavors free of obstacles. The other deity, many of us, especially in South India, we pray, is Lord Hayagriva. In the photograph you can see he is the one with a horse head. He is the one back the Vedas. Astrology comes to us from the Vedas. It is called the eye of the Vedas. So he is an avatar of Lord Vishnu. So the prayer, if you can pray, Jnanandam Yam Devam Nirmalam Spatika Kritim Adharam Sarva Vidyanam Hayagrivam. It means, I worship Lord Hayagriva, who is the very form of knowledge, pure as crystal, and who is the support of all knowledge. The next we pray is Guru Dattatreya. He is considered the Guru of all Gurus, and his blessings are very important for knowledge. The prayer to him is Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guruve Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. It means the Guru is Brahma, the Guru is Vishnu, the Guru Deva is Shiva. The Guru is verily the Parabrahman, that means the Supreme Brahman. Salutations to that Guru. Lastly, we have to pray to Chandra, the moon, who's the Lord of all Nakshatras, so that we learn the secrets of the Nakshatras from him. I want someone among the crowd to tell me what is the meaning of the word Nakshatra, or anybody. Tara, Natalia Vinogradova.
Люди говорят, что это стоянка.
People tell that it means Nakshatra means mansion.
Лунная.
Lunar mansion. They tell that it means lunar mansion.
What did Svetlana write?
It's about other question. Лунная.
Okay.
It's wife of Chandra.
See, there are many meanings to Nakshatra. There are many meanings. Maybe it's not important to go over there, but if I can define it in a very simple manner, there is a Hindi word called Naksha. Naksha means map. So you can say map of the sky. There are many meanings to Nakshatra. Okay. One easy way is you break up the word Nakshatra. So it is Naksha Atra. So it is map of the sky. The map in the sky. So we are about to study what's happening in the sky. Now the original thing what we see in our horoscope, but signs were not present in the earlier part of astrology. So the ancient form of astrology is Nakshatra. So if you can take Rig Veda, which is the ancient out of our 4 Vedas, it is the most ancient this thing. In Rig Veda, you find mention of Nakshatras. Yeah. Yuvraj, can you share your screen? Now, when you come to dating of Rig Veda, some people take it 2000 BC. Go to the next slide. Dating of Rig Veda, some people consider it 2000 BC. Some people, there are some scholars who consider it 4000, between 4000 to 5000 BC. That is the period when the Vedas, they believe, were written down. Much before that, it was in the oral form. So we need to understand as it has come by, there will be manipulation, interpolation in that knowledge. I will give this example in the Nakshatra gods, when it comes to the Falgunis, Purva Falguni and Uttar Falguni. So our 360-degree zodiac to 27 or 28 parts. The 28th nakshatra, which is the Abhijit nakshatra, the usage of it, as of now, we do not use it much. There is a lot of different opinions when to use it, when not to use it. Some use it for muhurta, some like to call it to use it for spiritual, when you want to see spirituality in a horoscope. All these are various theories, but as of now, we use 27 nakshatras. The first nakshatra is Ashwini as of now. In earlier times, the first nakshatra was Kritika. The opinion is that something like that. There are 2 ways to teach nakshatra. One is with a lot of theory around it. The second way is some theory and more practical examples. So far we've been teaching with a lot of theory, but this time I will try and more practical examples. The problem with nakshatras is, if we have to understand nakshatras deeply, then we need to understand the nakshatra devatas, that means the deities, the nakshatra deities. The nakshatra deities, gods, have certain traits and characteristics that we need to understand. Then we need to understand the story, the mythology behind each deity, each god. By knowing the stories, it helps us to understand how that nakshatra will behave. Sometimes we can get a bit too lost in mythology. I will try to read out the Russians, whether they like Indian mythology or they get bored with it, how much quantity they will get bored. So I will try to do that. I will try to find the most perfect mix for all the people involved. Now let's take a break from nakshatra and understand the planets. Some small points about planets. Next slide. This is not important directly to nakshatras. If you see the diagram on the right side, Venus and Uranus are moving in a different direction as compared to all other planets. Is the diagram good enough for people to understand? Have people noticed that, what I'm saying? Okay. Notice in your horoscope. How do you use this? Notice in your horoscope, wherever Venus is sitting, it will cause reversal or upheaval. How do you correlate this? In the next level to the nakshatras I'll come. Before that I will give some examples. In a lady's horoscope, Venus is in the 3rd house. So the person's siblings, always there is reversal of fortunes or upheavals in life, changes in life, in all the 5 siblings of that person. Another horoscope, Venus is in the 11th house. 3 horoscopes I remember with Venus in the 11th house. So all these 3 people, there have been downfall in their life when it comes to money. 11th house is the house of gains, money. One horoscope, Venus is in the 6th house. So there is problem from relatives and problems from mistresses. All these 3 horoscopes have one thing in common, which is Venus is the guru of asuras, the demons. All these relatives, the siblings, the mistresses and the relatives, at times they act like nice guru figures, but in a selfish manner. All these 3 horoscopes, you put the mythology of Venus being the guru of asuras and that selfish nature and the nature of revival, because Venus had Sanjivini Vidya, so revival. And all these 3 horoscopes will have the same pattern, it is working. Same thing, now you put it in Nakshatra of Venus. Bharni, Purva Falguni, Purva Ashad. So if you have moon in Purva Falguni, then mother's life will go for a reversal at least once in life. If you have Mars in Purva Falguni, Mars in say the next Shukra Nakshatra, which is say Purva Ashad, so then the person's siblings or property or the person's own efforts will show reversal and will behave like an asura, a demon guru. I could not spend time on this example charts, but what I want to impress upon is, with nakshatras you get very subtle layers, mental layers, and I have combined astronomy plus mythology plus the karakattvas of Venus with the nakshatras and shown it on these 3 charts. Next slide. What one needs to understand is Venus rotation was not like this. French astronomers found that, or believe so, some of those things. Yesterday I made a post on it on Facebook. Okay, that few thousands of years back the rotation was different. then it was probably hit by an asteroid or something happened, and then it completely reversed. What I feel is some nakshatras, what is written thousands of years back on it, and today how it is behaving and how it behaved few thousands of years back, there will be changes in that. So we cannot stick to what was written in the books. Please go to the next table. Next slide. You all can just read this. It just shows the significance of 108. If Irina can read it out, please. It's not important, not connected with so much. Next slide. Even all this is not important as of now. Go to the next one. Lunar and solar. See now, broadly speaking, to understand nakshatras more better, okay, there are two types of astrology, solar versus lunar. In Western astrology, we believe they follow solar astrology. Indian astrology is actually luni-solar combined. Solar and lunar, if we have to distinguish them. So if we have to distinguish, solar is more of like a visible reality, visible effect. Lunar astrology, you can call it like an invisible reality, like more of a mental effect. Solar astrology, the changes are more in the outer world. You can very easily see it. Lunar is more on the inner world. For example, how do we use this? For example, Ashwini Nakshatra, the Nakshatra deity, the god of Ashwini is the Ashwini Kumars. They are the twin brothers. They give soma to the other gods. They love honey. So if a good planet, a pleasant planet is in Ashwini Kumars, is in Ashwini Nakshatra, they would always want sweet things in life. Honey. Being with, they would be very good at PR, public relations. Ours is lunisolar. That means mental plus physical. So mentally, Ashwini Nakshatras, people, natives with Ashwini Nakshatras, or key planets in Ashwini Nakshatras, these people can also be selfish because they want honey. But at the same time, they give soma. Soma is like nectar. Okay? They give soma to the gods. So these people can also be very nice people in helping others. You want help in your life, you want your fortune to be changed, then go to who has a good planet in Ashwini. These people can help you change your fortunes because they are giving nectar to the gods. So they give nectar in your life. Observe this, if somebody wants to take this as a research, observe partnerships. One of the partners, suppose he has a key planet in Ashwini, might be one of those people who turned the whole business from bad to good, from loss to profit. So you can note this down as one research point. So it's not necessary business, it can be a friend coming and helping you out. But because Ashwini Kumars love honey, you will find that this partner having key planet in Ashwini, at the end of the day he will ask for his lion's share. Now take the solar astrology angle. Ours is Luli. We will take solar astrology angle with Ashwini. These people might even like every morning to have their breakfast with honey. So at their home they will have good honey bottles, big ones. So you got to see this. See, once you know the mythology of the Nakshatra Devata, then you can form own techniques. That is what we will be trying to teach. But please don't ask me specific questions like 8th Lord in Ashwini or 12th house, 12th Lord in Ashwini. Those are, use your own imagination. Those are something I will not be able to answer, whether they like honey or this. You've got to use your own, this thing, experiment. Now let us go to finishing the slide, solar and lunar. One is event based, the other is psychological based. The one is the way we act and the other is the way we react. Let us go to the next slide. Now what is the base of our nakshatras? It is 27 Now, who are these 27 nakshatras? They are the wives of moon. Now, we like to imagine that each nakshatra is 13.2 degrees. In reality, this might not be true. We like to imagine that is 30 degree exact. In reality, it might not be true. Maybe God is very symmetrical. Maybe God one day decided that this zodiac, I'm going to have a birthday cake and I'm going to cut 12 pieces out of it. Let's imagine a mother with 12. Even if she decides to give 12 equal pieces to all her 12 children, but while cutting the cake, there is a possibility that one of the cakes can be bigger. And that is what the legendary astrologer, the late P.S. Shastri, in his book, Textbook of Scientific Astrology, has mentioned 2-3 shlokas where he clearly shows the different length of each nakshatra. You can find it in his book. I tried researching on it, but it is, I met with a dead end, because how much ever you research, you can't really find out whether this event in life is happening because of this nakshatra or this nakshatra. Sometimes there are gray areas. Scientific Astrology by late P.S. Shastri. One second. It's a fat book. P.S. Shastri was a legendary astrologer. He used to write in B.V. Raman's magazine for 30-40 years. Anyway, let us understand about Chandra. Okay. Now, the father of this 27 wives was Daksha Prajapati. All these names about Hindu gods and goddesses, you will have to by heart in the next few months. You will require it. Now, Daksha Prajapati, he is called the procreator kind of thing. And he had 60 daughters and he gave 27 of them to moon. I'm just simultaneously trying to find out that shloka of Nakshatra, the different. So while I'm talking, I'm just trying to simultaneously find that out. So anyways, what happened is moon fell in love more with the Nakshatra Rohini. So the other daughters, that means the other 26 wives, they went and complained to their father, who is Daksha Prajapati. They complained about this, that moon is spending more time with Rohini and he is ignoring us. As a result, the father, Daksha Prajapati, he cursed moon, and he cursed moon and he said, you will wane, your brightness will go, all your luster will go. And the moon started waning. Now, moon started waning. As a result, there was chaos on earth. The plants, etc., the sea, the water, everything, there was chaos. Nothing was functioning as normal. So moon goes to Lord Shiva and asks for help. Shiva says, once a curse is given, it cannot be taken back. But I can alter the curse or reduce it. So he said, for 15 days you will wane and for 15 days you will wax. So how do you use this mythology? I'm giving you the basis so that in future you can keep on doing this. So how do you use this mythology in physical charts? So if you have moon, say for example in the 3rd house, so if the fortune of your siblings are going down, don't worry, one day it will go up, because moon is also the karaka of fortune. Actually, moon is the karaka of everything, because it controls 360 degrees of the zodiac with the 27 wives. It's like a man having a wife. So wherever he goes, he's got a wife, or vice versa. Anyway, moon in the 6th house. So the health will go up and down. 6th house is the house of anxiety also. So these people with moon in the 6th house will always go through very high bouts of anxiety. stress, or sometimes they'll be normal. Anyway, let's go now to the most important slide. I'm going to take a break of 5 minutes, but this table has to be by-hearted. Yeah, I'll be back in 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Somebody wants to take a break, they take a break. But this is what I had asked Atwiniva to tell everybody, that they need to by-heart completely. I hope people have done that.
There is a question about Ashwini Nakshatra. In Ashwini there is Gandanta position, and if some planet some king planet will be in this special position in Ashwini, then how it will influence? Also, the people will help, or how we can judge it?
Gandanta is Gandanta. The effects of Gandanta will happen. So as Gandanta comes with a trap, or with, similarly, Ashwini people will come with the lion's share. They'll ask for the lion's share. Anyway, we will go deeper into Gandanta Nakshatra after we finish all the 27 Nakshatras. If we have time, we'll go deeper. Now see what you see on the slide. First and foremost, has everybody by-hearted this? Is it by heart to everybody at Miniva? Yes or no?
Была просьба выучить наизусть управителей Накшатр. Все ли это сделали?
Yes, fantastic. Because it is not by heart to me. So let's call somebody who doesn't have this on screen. So you make it on the next screen. On the next slide, and invite somebody. No, this is the base. This is the whole. And I'm inviting 2-3 people, and if they can connect their camera. Okay, great. We have Lara. How are you doing, Lara? So nice to see you. Namaste. Okay. Lara, I hope you don't have the slides with you. So please tell me the Nakshatras of Saturn. Which are the Nakshatras of Saturn? Okay, can we invite few Yuvraj people? It's not a test, it's a fun test. It's a fun thing. Okay, very good. Finally. Okay. Where's my dear friend Svetlana? Hi Svetlana, how are you doing?
Okay.
Svetlana, I hope the slides are not in front of you. Okay. Svetlana, please tell me, Shravana Nakshatra, who's the Lord? Unless this is the most basic table. This is where 20 years back I failed. And till date I have not been able to master it. And I'll tell you why when we come to Bharani. I'll tell you why I can't. When we come to Bharani, the meaning of Bharani and Upper Bharani, you will realize why I can't master it. But that's no excuse. I'm quite sure nobody has any planet in Bharani, among all our students. The point is, please take a printout of this table, all the table PDF, and I hope you have sent. Stick it in your house. Stick it in your house, near your kitchen. You got to stick it next to your bedroom, next to your bed. You got to stick it in your bathroom, everywhere. When the tables are here, you will become a master. Trust me on this. Without the tables, you can't master. Because unless you see Chitra, if you see a planet in Chitra, you got to know instantly on the back of your mind, this person will have issues regarding property, or he will have a lot of property. So if you have a Saturn and Rahu, and especially if that Saturn is the 8th lord for a Gemini Lagna, sitting in Chitra, then you have to make your intuition stronger and see, will this person get cheated of his inheritance, of his property? Then you see other yogas of cheating of property. Then you predict. So this is one table that is extremely important for you. Okay, let me share my screen. Theory and practical examples are important. Please allow me to share my screen, Mr. Yuvraj. See this. See in Chitra which. Lara, please answer. Lara, don't disappear. You're my favorite student with Sir Svetlana and Madhi Kumar. Do you see this horoscope?
Yes.
Akviniva.
Yes.
Everybody's disappearing. I'm showing a horoscope. Oh, that is not fair. Not
We
fair.
can see Sunil. We can see here is Rahu in Chitra, as I see.
Now, how are you doing? Okay, Akviniva.
Yes.
Please tell me what could have happened with Rahu and Chitra in this horoscope.
I
Let me
think
first double.
just must get a lot of money because the Lord of Chitra in second house.
No. One second. You
Told
said
she thinks that the person will get much money because Rahu is in the 11th house and the owner of the Chitra Nakshatra of Rahu is in the second house of money.
okay. The person's age is somewhere around what? 35, whatever. No, 38, 40, around 40.
38.
40,
Already
40,
30. Mm-hmm.
40. The person does not have a single property in his name. And the person's husband, his income roughly $2,000 per month. That means $24,000 in a year.
Mm-hmm.
They are living on rented apartment. Let me tell you, even I have failed in this horoscope. But what I already gave the clue before, Mars is the lord of Chitra. It is exact. It is with Mercury having Kendradipati dosh. What have I taught earlier? Kendradipati dosh is with death. You have to use it with death. But it doesn't mean real death. It can mean any other form of death. The Shastra describes this. Shastra describes eight types of death. 8. Before we even go to the Lord of Chitra, we see Rahu placed in Chitra. And we see Mandi, the poison, placed in Chitra. All this is happening in the 11th house of elder sibling. So this native's elder sibling indirectly cheated her of property. So now that story of property has died down. That means the property has gone out of her hand, the death. So then only her chances of making property will happen. The husband has also lost his property. Note Mercury, the 7th lord, is with Mars. Anyway, that doesn't matter. The point is, what I wanted to stress, unless you know the lordship of a nakshatra, you will not be able to grasp further details of that nakshatra. Okay, let us go to the next table. Okay, before we go to the tables part, let us go in a very broad and in a very quick manner. I will take the next Atminiva can share the. See, in the Rig Veda, Yuvraj is there or he's gone?
I'm there.
Okay, oh, share the slide, please.
So I thought Anna is doing. Okay.
Or whoever. I mean, in the Rig Veda, there are 33 base rod controlling ones. Those who want the technical name, it's called Trastrimsa. So just to familiarize with the names, I have put it over here. We are concerned with the 27 Nakshatra deities. Some deities have two names. So you can see the name of the deity. For example, the first here it is Aditi. In bracket, you see the Nakshatra it rules. Now, we should also remember, when I say Punarvasu, we should remember Punarvasu is the 7th Nakshatra. This is also to be by hearted. Swati 5th Nakshatra, Moon on 19th Nakshatra, Pura Falguni 11th Nakshatra. In the next, today is Saturday, okay, on Wednesday or Thursday, Yuvraj will take a lesson with you all on by-hearting the tables. Yuvraj will show tricks on how to by-heart the tables.
It's okay. I'll be traveling next week, midweek, so we'll arrange accordingly. I don't have any issues, but I will do it.
Okay. So, how many people are in Moscow, Adminiva, from this batch?
I wasn't. I won't be in Moscow. I don't know.
I'm
We need
asking.
to check.
Okay, all right. Okay, fine. The point is, somewhere in a week, we will have a session, or I will request somebody else to do this. Okay, or if Yuvraj can reschedule, whatever, we will do it. This is very, very important. Okay. Now, can somebody tell me what is the fault in this table? Somebody senior, Jamuna ji, Svetlana, or whoever else. I do not know who else is senior. What is the fault in this table? I'll now tell further. Number 9, number 10. Anyone? There is a fault in the deity in this table. Irina, is Yuvraj right?
I don't know.
Deity Bhaga, the conjugal bliss and inheritance is Purva Falguni, and they have been interchanged.
Yes.
In Kali state.
Actually not a fault. I will now give you the history, what I said at the start, that our knowledge has changed in the last 7,000-8,000 years. Okay. Now, normally what we know, Purva Falguni deity is Bhaga, the lord of conjugal happiness, bed pleasure, inheritance, etc. Uttar Falguni, the deity is Aryaman. He controls contracts, friendships. So if you have Rahu, a badly spoiled Rahu in Uttar Falguni, or a malefic Mars in Uttar Falguni, then somebody can cheat you in friendship, or your siblings can cheat you in friendship, or in some contract, written contract. Sorry, I'm becoming breathless. We will go systematically for each nakshatra, but right now I'm just giving over concept on how to play with the nakshatras. In ancient times, this lordship, the deities, were reversed for the Falgunis. Purva Falguni, the deity was Aryaman, and Uttar Falguni, the deity was Bhaga. See, when we say, I have a question to ask you. Has anybody ever quoted a classical book on nakshatras? Classic, like written ancient times. Have you ever heard anywhere? Remove any book, okay? Go to the bibliography and see if any writer has quoted a classical book on nakshatras. What we must realize is, there are two ways to study astrology. One is classical manner, okay? Second is just a practical manner. Or third way is my way, which is little bit this combined. The first comprehensive listing of nakshatras and their nakshatra deities was rather found in Taittiriya Samhita. Chapter number is something like 4.4.10. This, as far as I remember, is in 2 chapters. I'm vague about it. With how many number of chapters, I don't remember. Just written it here. It says the 2 Falgunis, the nakshatra Aryaman, the deity, the 2 Falgunis, the nakshatra Bhaga, the deity. Here is one shloka. Then it is more properly articulated in a Taittiriya Brahmana passage. This is the Aryaman, and the later Falguni is Bhaga, is of Bhaga. Here it is properly written. So you can write in bracket TB, Taittiriya Brahmana, shloka number is 1.5 point 1. Now, later there was a text called Nakshatra, a book after some 100 years called Nakshatra. Okay. Later, after a few 100 years, see the reversal of this deity, first appeared in Nakshatra Kalpa, in a book called Nakshatra Kalpa.
Nakshatra Kalpa.
Okay, I'm just sending the name to all. I've just typed the name to all. Nakshatra Kalpa. Then in Surya Siddhanta, this is again repeated. Surya Siddhanta talks about this confusion of Nakshatra deity of the Falgunis. Purva Falguni is Bhaga, Uttar Falguni is Aryaman. So, this is how I'm telling you the history of how things have changed. We tried translating when I started teaching to Arjun Pai 1.5 years back. I got hold of few students and we tried translating Taittiriya Brahmana, but the version we got was not correct. Then I found out that in 1950, 52 or 55, in America, American Philosophical Journal, Philip Udemont has translated this part about nakshatras, and he is called, the name of the article in America, Cities of the Lunar Mansions. I will type it out and I will send you the exact. I will email it to you, or I'll put it in the Facebook group. Now go to the next slide. I know we have crossed 2 hours. I will take 10 more minutes. Go to the next slide. Now it's brief. It is very brief right now. Not important right now. We'll go in depth. Now you see the difference in names. I'm talking about the history part now. In Brihat Samhita, what we are following is Brihat Samhita, which is somewhere around 600 BC. What is Bharni now? In the Vedas, it was called Apabharni. What is Ardra now? It was called Bahu in the Vedas. What is Pushya now? Was called Tishya or Siddhya. This was called Arjunis in the Vedas. Please remember, Indra has got a lot to do with Falgunis. Lord Indra, the king of the gods. Because Arjunis is also another name for Indra. We should remember different names for different gods. It's a bit confusing. Also, the son of Indra was. I will try to reduce the mythology as much as possible. At the same time, I have requested Anna Atmineva to please type out some of the mythology in Russian language and give it out to you all beforehand. If some people who know English can come forward and help Atmineva, it will help everybody. Now, let us understand the meaning of the words Bharni. I'll give an example here. Bharni, symbology, you have to use a lot of symbology. You have to use, which is the animal sign. You have to use all this in your nakshatra interpretation. So Bharni means to knife, like a knife. One of the symbols, knife, razor, blade. Please tell me, who is the nakshatra lord of Bharni?
We can't hear, but I think she tells Venus.
Sorry?
We can't hear her.
Can't hear you.
I think she tells Venus. Venus.
And who's the deity of Bharni? Yama, the god of Yam, the god of death. People many a times die because of a knife or razor. Are you understanding the logic?
Yes.
So what I want you all to do, that PDF file that Anna Atmineva has sent, I think how many page file it is? 14-page file. So you have to by heart it. Then you have to sit and meditate, or while you are walking or driving, you have to meditate. This is the nakshatra symbol. This is the nakshatra deity. How will it correlate? God of death. Death through knife. So one of you, maybe Madhi Kumar Das or the other senior astrologers, Atmineva can note this as a research point. If the 6th Lord or 8th Lord or 12th Lord is in Bharani and is a natural malefic, especially, I use the word especially, then has the person had a bad medical operation or died in a road accident because like car is metal, okay, or died because of the doctor at the operation table, or complications after surgery. 6th Lord, 8th Lord, 12th Lord. Malefic, natural malefic. It should be. Ideally speaking, ideally. Okay? In burning. Knife, razor, god of death, Yama. Combined. Observe on 20 charts. You have this software, Saptarishi's research software. Download it, you will get thousands of charts from it. Now, Apabarni means to take away. Take away. To take something away. Ideally, we will say it is a bad nakshatra. Normally, we will say it is a bad nakshatra. But we want a surgeon to have a good Barni. He should be the master of the razor blade. So how do you use Apabarni, the ancient name for Barni? He takes away the tumor from your body. We are playing throughout the next 6 months, we will be playing with a lot of symbology. Can somebody give me access to my sharing of screen? One second. Can you all see my screen? Now see Bharani. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
The chart.
Mercury is in Bharani. We will say it is with an exalted sun. We will say it is brilliant. We will say it has Buddha Aditya Yoga. We will say that it is in Mahabhagya Yoga. But Mercury is in Bharani. Bharani means to take away, to let go, to lose. So this person after certain point of time will start losing his memory, and that is what has happened. Mercury means nerves. So this person needs operation for the nerves in his legs. Why legs? Because one, it is Mesha. So you will say why legs? It is 11th house of the horoscope, and that is the part from the knee to the ankle, and that is where exactly he requires the operation. Mercury also means in this horoscope is the Lagna Lord, that is the brain. So there will be some problem in the brain because of which he will have to visit Bharani. That is the first house of the face. So sometimes when Bharani is the face Lord, that is the Lagna Lord, the person can get a cut in the body and will require stitches. Okay, quickly, Atmineva or Yuvraj, show me the last slide for the day, which is the Nakshatra Para. Is this very simple table for everybody? Should I spend time? If somebody is not understanding it, I will spend time on this right now.
When you were asking me to take this now, so if I'll take the this lecture, then I'll cover this.
Yeah, and most important, what I want you to do, Yuvraj, is to see that each and every is by heart with the, from a group you can select 5 people. Say for example, Madi Kumar is there. He forms a team of 5 people. Okay. Lara forms a team of 5 people. Then they keep on making those 5 people by heart. In that by hearting, they also get by hearted.
Yeah.
Skin problems, change in the skin, color change, reaction, skin reaction, change. At Miniva, shall we stop for today? I think it is 2.5 hours. I'm ready to go on, but I don't know. Hello? At Miniva, gone on a holiday. It's Saturday evening or Saturday afternoon over there. She's disappeared. Oh, hi. Can't hear you, can't hear you. Irina Zalai, can I request you, or maybe Madhi Kumar, if I can request, okay? I want to make an honest attempt at teaching where our 60 participants who are in this course, they become very good in Nakshatras. Please repeat.
So I leave it to you all. Of course, the final decision is of Agniva and the other participants, but a poll can be done.
So we can do a Facebook poll on them in that group.
Yeah. So I will sign off now. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Irina Zalai. Thank you, Anna Agniva. Thank you, Yuvraj, Anuradha, Anna Singh, and all the participants. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank
Have a
you.
nice, good weekend.
Have a good weekend, everybody. Take care.
Всем хороших выходных, берегите себя, все, до свидания. Bye, thank you.
Bye.